Order, and Rob, would you call the roll, please?
Ms. Least.
Here.
Mrs. Sweet.
Here.
Mr. Bear.
Here.
Mr. Whitaker. Mr. DeVoley.
Here.
Mr. Hannah.
Here.
Council does have a quorum. Please join me in pledging allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And welcome, everyone. This is our regular session of the Enon Village Council, and this is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Do we have any additions to our agenda this evening?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Sweet.
Approval of minutes of our legislative committee report meeting.
All right, I will put that under committee reports. Approval of minutes. Anything else? A motion to excuse Mr. Whitaker from the meeting this evening?
So moved.
Second.
And call the roll, please.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
And let's go to the minutes of the Tuesday, July 8, 2025 meeting. Let's take the public hearing on the budget first, and if council is satisfied with those, then I would ask for a motion and a second to approve.
So moved. Second.
And call the roll.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
And those minutes are approved as presented. We'll go to the regular session of Tuesday, July 8, 2025. And again, if council is satisfied with those contents, a motion and a second to approve.
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. DeVoley.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
And those are approved as presented. A couple of items of communication. We've received interest from resident Carla Henneman, 110 Maricopa Circle, to request appointment to the BZA as an alternate. This would be alternate number 2 position, and that would complete that board. So at this time, if the council is in agreement, I'd ask for a motion and a second for that appointment.
So moved. Second.
And call the roll, please.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll get updates of all of those board members at the next meeting. So one other item of communication, and I just received this today. Mud Run Creek, and we have not seen this in several years. During heavy periods of rain, and in particular when crops upstream have not been planted, does have a tendency to flood. And the last time it flooded, there was some damage to properties. At that time, we reached out to the Corps of Engineers and asked to be put on a list of funding for that particular stretch to be studied by the Corps of Engineers. So I have received notification from a Mr. Jonathan Matthews, who is a planner for the U.S. Corps of Army Engineers, that our project is next in line. There will be a study or analysis done. They will come up from Louisville, take a look at the area, gather records that we have, previous floodings, and do some type of a study analysis to give us an idea of how that flooding issue could be addressed, could be corrected. And I know it's one of those things, of course I live on Sunnybrook, everybody knows that, when the creek is nice and mild and flows harmlessly, it's not in anybody's mind. But when you have those moments of a heavy rain, especially sometimes early in the spring where part of the ground is still frozen, it can't absorb the water, the crops aren't in the fields, it is a completely different situation. You have water in the streets, you have people with canoes going up and down the street. So this is a long time coming. I'm going to say maybe 8 years ago, we applied for put in the request, I should say. It might have been closer to 10 years. So in any case, this will be underway here in the next couple weeks. They plan on coming up and actually looking at Mud Run Creek and the watershed of the receiving waters that this creek takes. So if anybody's interested, if we can work it out, when I find out a date that they would like to meet, it's probably going to be during the day because they'll be coming from Louisville and then wanting to get back the same day. But if you're interested, let me know from a council standpoint, and we can see if we can coordinate it with other people's schedules. So, and that's all I had communication-wise. Kevin, I'll turn it over to you. It looks like you have a little bit of miscellaneous communications tonight.
Thank you, Mayor, Council residents. First item that I have is some updates on the play toys at the Enon Park. We do have 2 more. We installed 3 spring toys. We just installed 2 more toys. What they call a hoopla. It took the place of the concrete culvert pipe there. That's installed, and today we installed what they call a wobbler. It's where the kids get in it and it just kind of spins and goes different directions, things like that.
Does it wobble?
It wobbles, so yeah. But no sooner than Doug got it up and he took pictures, there was kids on it before he even got the truck out of the park. So there was kids playing on it. So it's so far everything is getting used that we put in. We are going to be putting a basket swing in tomorrow, and that will be all finished up way before the National Night Out. So I wasn't going to dig that one, but I wanted to kind of keep going on it, and Jeff and I talked, and so they might have to do a little bit of rearranging of a couple things out there, but we're going to put it in concrete tomorrow, and probably by next Tuesday, give it a week to set, we'll be putting the mulch around that, and that'll be good to go as well. The only thing we'll have left is a new merry-go-round and a play set and 2 other swing sets. So it's going pretty good. Hydrant flushing schedule, I know it's not until September, but we wanted to get it in front of council just to kind of review and let you know the schedule. We'll be putting it on Facebook and the web here in August, just to give everybody a heads up, give all the residents a heads up what the schedule is. So you have that. The carport will be repaired. It was supposed to be repaired tomorrow, but they had a little truck issue, so they're coming on Friday to finish that project between 8 and 10. So that'll be done. In your packs, there's a email from a Deborah Brown. She's a realtor. She had contacted me about the vacant lot downtown. And I told her that, our intentions was, to possibly sell it if we can and, list it with a realtor. So I asked her to send me her qualifications. So you have her qualifications there in an email. So take a look at that. I told her I'd be presenting that email to council tonight. So if you would want her or any other realtor that you have in mind to come to council to talk to you before naturally, but probably before any decisions made, then just let me know and I can get that set up. Also in your packet, there's a copy of a letter from the Board of County Commissioners from Clark County. They're going to hold a public hearing to designate proposed restricted areas in unincorporated areas of Clark County for large windmill farms, solar farms, things like that. And that date is September the 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Clark County Fairgrounds. So I just wanted to get that out for you to review if you have any interest in attending that public hearing on September the 6th. Other than that, the BZA met for a setback variance for the last queen. Everything went well on that. I don't have that in front of me. I'll have to get it to you. And we did have a meeting with Crossroads Community Planning that went very well. That was last Wednesday. That's our planning, our zoning people that we hired to review our zoning code and come up with a diagnostic report. So they did give us a diagnostic report. They wanted to come and kind of go over that, review that with us, and then take a tour of the village, which they did last Wednesday, and it went fabulous. Their suggestion so far, I think, is they're hitting it out of the park. It's going to be probably one of the, from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing here and at the workshop, it'll probably be, once this is all done, it'll probably be one of the easiest, good flowing zoning codes that I have encountered. So they're doing good work so far.
Now let's explain kind of what the next process is going to be. They gave us recommendations on every part of the code that they reviewed. It was very extensive, actually a very good report. So in order to keep everything efficient, I think we will see what it's going to cost to have them reformat everything for us, because our codes are all over the place. We have some things over here, we have some things over there, we have districts we don't need. Go in, clean that up for us, then we would go through each one of those sections as that zoning committee, make recommended changes, take a final draft to the BZA, the Planning Commission, the council, let everybody have an opportunity to look at those changes to see if we needed to make any final changes to those before it would actually go to the Planning Commission.
Correct.
And I think that way it's going to stay on track, it's going to keep moving. Everybody has an opportunity to have a say. But I think that formatting part is going to be very important. I think they can do that more efficiently than what we can. We can certainly look at different codes that are in place from different municipalities. We can do that on our own and make suggested changes. So I think that's going to be the next step. We can review some things while they're doing the formatting and put it in a layout that's easy for us and for residents to view.
Yeah.
Because right now it's kind of complicated. I'm going to be honest with you.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And they said it was. I mean, there's some of the stuff that's in the beginning of the zoning code that, in their opinion, should be at the end, and it just doesn't flow well. They said they're flipping pages too many times, and so they're getting a nice flow so far.
And they're going to simplify it.
Yes.
It's a little bit too complicated.
Yeah, more
So,
pictures and illustrations and defining things more specific, and where it's, I think a lot of the gray areas, in my opinion, is going to be resolved. So
Okay.
kind of looking forward to it. So they didn't really give us a time frame. I mean, because I know that if once we get so far, there's going to have to be some public hearings and stuff like that as well. But I don't know. I was just kind of thinking in my head, maybe by the beginning of the year. I'm thinking, February. I don't know.
We just need to keep it moving.
Yeah, it's up to us to keep it moving. So, guys are doing well with everything, the heat and everything. So they're doing a good job. I really appreciate what they're doing. So, I think that's all I have for now.
Questions for our administrator?
Kevin, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna, have you received any other calls or anything from any other realtors other
No, I
than
have
Miss
not.
Deborah Brown? This is
No,
the
I have
only
not.
one?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why I said if you know of anybody that you want me to reach out to, just give me
Okay.
some contact information.
Kevin or Jeff, did we supply any manpower or any equipment to Northridge this weekend with the tornado?
Not on the law enforcement side, no.
Okay. All right.
No, nothing. We didn't. Nothing was asked, or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I do know the township did, because the township had, Brandon was up there with the drone. Because he was leaving the fairgrounds when it went down, so.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Rob, you didn't have anything on the agenda, but do you have anything financial-wise to say this evening?
Sure, just a couple notes. We did receive the second half real estate tax settlement last week, so that has been posted, and the numbers came in line with what we had expected them to be. So our two big receipts for the year are in, and yesterday I filed the paperwork for the police levy. So the Board of Elections has all those things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Wise, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Vehicle, the 2021 Ford is over at Bo Townsend Ford. Still trying to diagnose what the issue is with it. They come up with they're replacing a part on the fuel injector. Gave me a basic estimate of about $2,500 to $3,000 by the time they get the stuff the work done that they're looking at. Oh shoot! National Trails. National Trails did a foam party down at Galloway Park last week. We, as a village, received so many compliments, and it wasn't us. So we tried to give the credit to them, but it still fell on us because we were down there, us and the fire department, and we are planning on doing a foam party at the National Night Out. So I'm hoping that we have as good of a turnout as what we did down there.
And I heard there was one big kid right in the middle of it.
Yes. I heard lots of good comments about that.
You know, I look at that as if we make contact with the kids at that situation, when we have to go to their house, we're not the big bad scary monsters coming into the house.
Good.
So,
You're the big
Definitely.
foam monster.
yes. And unfortunately, there are photographic evidence of that. National Night Out, we are going right along. We've got a lot of donations, really nice donations for the raffle items. We talked to the fire department about doing the foam party in the down there. We're going to have to move a couple things around, but we'll get it done. It's not a big move that we're going to have to do. Miscellaneous communication. So we had a traffic crash down in Spring Lake Circle, where a older gentleman ran off the road into the pond. A village resident jumped into the water. Basically, I think he probably saved the guy, because his side of the car was pretty much underwater and couldn't get his seatbelt off. So the sheriff's office took the report because it was right after I got off duty. The chief deputy reached out to me. They would like to honor this resident at the council meeting. Hopefully, next council meeting, we're going to reach out to the resident later this week or the beginning of the week and make sure he's up to coming up and receiving it. So
Awesome.
that'll be, I'll keep
And that is
everyone
awesome. And that's what people in Enon do. That's what we do, right?
So, yes.
Yeah.
So it's a resident that everyone knows, has been around. So I'm hoping that he's up to it. If not, I'm gonna have to play the mom card on him to make sure he's up here. And that's about it.
Do you guys have enough help for National Night Out, or is there something else that's needed for that?
We've got people from 7-Eleven's coming down to help. West Banco's offered to come up. They're going to set up a table with school supplies and backpacks for the kids. 7-Eleven's doing the same thing, plus donating all the pop and water and hot dogs and buns. The VFW is coming up to cook it, but we can always use more help for kids' games and that kind of stuff.
Sounds like you have a volunteer.
Yeah, it's Mr. Howard.
You're fine. I'll be there.
I'm going to try to get into the phone party.
Good luck with that.
Is there a pie smashing face?
We actually talked about that. I did talk to the sheriff's office about getting their goggles that simulate drunk driving, so that kind of gives people an idea of what it's like to be there. So they're gonna loan me those to use. But I did bring up the pie in the face if I can talk enough people into doing it. Mr. Bear.
Any other questions?
No.
I can get you some names.
You You have a lot of young people that you'd like to volunteer.
Volunteered.
I've got several, yeah.
So
Thanks,
yeah,
Jeff.
that's actually we have mentioned that and brought that up. I think it's a good idea. Kids love it,
Yeah.
so I'm all for it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Let's go to committee reports. Mrs. Sweet, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. The Village of Enon Legislative Committee held their meeting July 1st. We had a number of citizens who gave their 10 cents worth, 9 cents worth, whatever, anyway. We put together some stuff and we're working on it. Ben's doing a really great job of coming up with the ordinances, rewrites, et cetera. The committee report minutes, I will accept not nominations, okay.
I'll make a motion to
Thank you,
approve the
that.
minutes.
And this is just the committee itself, just the
Committee
three
itself
members, yes.
can do the minutes, correct.
Yes.
So they have been approved. Thank you.
Okay. We do have an executive session on our agenda this evening, but before we do that, comments from our public? Anybody like to address council this evening? Okay, seeing no one, I would entertain a motion and a second to enter into executive session to discuss the employment and compensation of village employees.
I think they wanted to say something.
Did
Oh.
you want?
Okay, sure,
Okay.
come on, yeah, okay.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Schubert. My husband David and I live at 7 Nightingale Trail.
Yes.
As part of Huck Meadows. And I did have a question regarding the proposed addition to the animal control ordinance and where that stands currently.
Mrs. Sweet, I will turn that over to you.
What's your specific question, I guess?
Because there were
Well-
3 different subjects, so
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
there were 3 different subjects that we covered.
Right, it was the proposed addition to the animal control ordinance. And so my question was, I know that I had sent an email recently to the 3 of you, as I understood that you were part of the subcommittee that is doing
Yeah.
the changes on that. I just wondered what the timeline was for that and whether the committee is at all interested in entertaining comments from residents who have had experiences in that area.
Absolutely. We had several comments at our last meeting, and they were very helpful to obviously write and restructure this. I mean, we had a draft originally for this, and obviously I've taken some of the comments and I've already added them to a new one, and I'm still working on it right now. But yeah, totally accept anything like that. I mean, all the help. To me, the more we work together on this, the better it'll be at the end.
Definitely.
So if you have some additional comments, we would love to hear them.
Yes, actually, I do. Addition to the email that I did write, I really do believe that by going ahead and having the exception to allow residents temporarily property owners who are actively participating in a registered trap, neuter, and return program, that they are exempt from the no feed ordinance. I live across the street from Trudy Campbell. Trudy lives at 6 Nightingale Trail for at least 7 years and maybe longer. Trudy has had a feral cat population that I count on a regular basis between 15 and 20. Those cats spend a great deal of time in our yard. We have a lot of garden beds. I am constantly dealing with the feces that they leave. This is a real problem for us. We have spoken to her. She continues to feel that she wishes to feed them. And honestly, the number is always between 15 and 20 that I count. We, on an average day, I would estimate 8, 10, 12. As I mentioned in my email, I pulled 3 kittens twice out of one of my flower beds 2 weeks ago, took them to Trudy. The mother cat brought them back. I pulled them again. They are everywhere. They are loud. When I open my windows, I smell cat urine, and I consider it a nuisance just as great as other animals. We have dog rules that dogs are not allowed to visit other people's property. That is not true currently for cats, but there are many cities that do have limits to the number of cats and dogs that one is allowed to have. And I personally believe that 15 to 20 is excessive, particularly because they are not taken to the vet. They do not wear collars. They do not go inside. They are feral animals. They run when you approach them. And I really want you to know that this has been a problem, a long-standing problem. We have tried, other neighbors in the neighborhood have tried, but there are others who continue to feed
So-
and support that.
So what I would recommend is keep an eye out on the next meeting of that Public Service Committee and come back with some suggestions if you haven't already. That's the purpose of that particular committee, to, at the groundworks of all this before the stuff actually comes to council is maybe a proposal or whatever, but your concerns are certainly heard, no doubt about it.
Do you have
So,
a date for the next time that meeting will
Not at this
occur?
point in time.
We have not decided on one just yet, but
Okay, so
It'll
that will
be-
just
it'll
be
be shortly.
posted on the website?
It'll be soon, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can always reach out to any of these members that are on the committee as well.
Well, thank you for hearing me and for your
Yeah.
time.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Vicky. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity to talk with you.
And go ahead and state your name if you would. just
I
for
will
the
be
record.
happy
Okay.
to. Vicki Forrest, and I live
Thank
at
you.
20 Nightingale Trail.
Yeah.
And as I explained to the gentleman here earlier, when the kittens were repeatedly coming and being back in their yard, I have started working with Trudy and with Sharon Everhart, and we have since this ordinance became under consideration, we have become affiliated with an organization called Pets Uniting People Society. It's a recognized trap, neuter, and return organization to help reduce the roaming cat overpopulation that exists. So we are working specifically with Trudy Campbell, who is the neighbor across the street
Okay.
from the Schuberts. In addition to offering vouchers to help neuter cats, they also actively foster kittens. So kittens can be taken when they're old enough to be removed from the mother. And within the last week, we have had 4 kittens removed and taken to foster care so that they can be adopted. We've also, over the period of time, even prior to becoming affiliated with this organization, neutered 17 cats at the expense of the individuals involved. And this is an entirely self-funded neighborhood, helping neighbor kind of organization and effort. We want to be able to help the cats and kittens. We all want the same thing, and that's for cats to have loving homes. And then we don't want them left to fend for themselves. And the effort to do TNR has proven in other locations to be very successful. In one case in Chicago, it reduced the number of cats by 82% over a period of time. So that's our goal, is to mitigate the problem. And I think also, just as an aside, on a personal aside, I think you all have a lot more important things probably to address than trying to mitigate every neighbor disagreement. And I think it would be nice for neighbors to join together to try and solve problems themselves, and that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Thank you for your comments. So you realize there's a situation, there's an effort by neighbors to address that situation, and let's hope that continues.
We will. Thank you very much.
Vicki, I have a question. Was that a organization, Pets United facility? Is that what you said?
Yes, Pets United with People Society.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And it's local, it's based in Clark County. And they've been around for quite a while, and they do a wonderful job, and we're excited to be working with them because I think we're going to be able to really make a difference. And I think if we can have an opportunity to do that, we might not need to address this with another ordinance. And also, just as an aside as well, there's state law and there's also an ordinance for the village already existent that you cannot deny cats sustenance. You can't deny animals sustenance, whether they're indoors or outdoors. It's cruelty to animals, and it is an ordinance already exists that states that you can't do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Okay.
Mr. Mayor, before we do that, so the council knows, I don't know whether many people know this or not, we do have a company or a business that came into the village here recently, into the old Dr. Fisher's office on Robert Pike. That is a cat rescue. And
They're associated with the same
Okay,
organization.
so they are geared towards mothers and kittens. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please state your name as well.
I'm David Schubert. I live at 7 Nightingale Trail. I think my wife and I could both say that we're not animal haters, we're not cat haters,
Right.
at all. I mean, we could go tit for tat on things, right? I mean, I could say PETA does not support TNR. They think it's inhumane process in treating feral cats. You can look it up on the internet. There are other neighbors, though, too, that have had enough. There are several neighbors, and I could cite things, but it's not necessary, I don't believe. But I think, as far as being humane, I think we've had many instances in our own personal lives where the cats have not met a humane ending. I have a shop. I opened the door. A week later, there was a cat dead on the floor, one of the feral cats. Our two daughters, one ran over a cat. Another, when they started the car, it was a warm engine block, and the cat was no more. So
Okay.
I think it's a cyclical issue. And there are other ordinances around Ohio that do limit the number of feral cats, that do limit the number of dogs, the number of chickens, the number, and to let litters be born over and over, it's a continuous process. There's really hardly an end to this issue.
Thank you for your comments. So I think the message has been sent. We understand that there is an issue. There's efforts going on to correct that issue. The village is looking at potential changes to its ordinances. What I would like to recommend to both of you folks, stay active in that committee process, okay? And that's your opportunity when these things are being crunched out and considered for all the details to come out in your wishes, okay? But I appreciate both of you folks coming and speaking to council tonight.
Yeah, we are trying to work together. It's just a tough place for us to be in, but we are trying to work together with everyone.
Okay, so we have a request for a motion to enter into executive session.
So moved.
Second?
And call the roll, Rob.
Ms. Least?
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet?
Yes.
Mr. Bear?
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli?
Yes.
Mr. Hannah?
Yes.
6:33.
We may be taking action, yes. So if you want to stick around, that's up to you folks.
It's that sunbaking in there the whole time.
Oh, I'm sure we
You guys
do.
shut them doors in there.
Yeah, it's
Like
right
I'm
in our
sitting in a
faces.
sauna in there. I got sunburned.
Okay, we need a motion to enter into regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
7:10.
Mr. Hannah?
I'd like to make a motion that we provide bonuses and salary increases as approved by the mayor in our session.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
And
Motion
Motion to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Second. Who wants it?
all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Thank you guys for coming to the meeting. Appreciate it.
7:11.
Have a
Good
good
to see
evening,
you.
guys.